Alright, let's start with the big question. Why does every blockbuster trade in baseball feel like it ends with the Los Angeles Dodgers winning? Seriously, is there a secret clause in the CBA that says, if a superstar becomes available, LA gets first dibs? Because Tarik Skubal's trade from the Tigers to the Dodgers isn't just another deal, it's a masterclass in how financial power, strategic patience, and a dash of inevitability collide in modern MLB. Let's unpack this. First, let's talk about the Tigers' dilemma. They held on to Skubal all off-season, knowing he'd be a free agent after this season. But here's the twist, Detroit wasn't just selling a Cy Young winner, they were selling a 10-start rental with a ticking clock. And yet, teams still lined up. Why? Because Skubal isn't just good, he's a generational arm. But here's where the Tigers' genius shines, they pulled the trigger early, collapsing the market before rivals could pivot to cheaper options like George Kirby. It's like selling your vintage car before the new model drops, perfect timing. Now, the Dodgers move. On paper, giving up River Ryan, a 28-year-old prospect, with injury red flags, and a couple of fringe guys seems low cost. But dig deeper. LA's farm system is a well-oiled machine, built through international deals and shrewd trades. They're not just buying talent, they're buying control. Ryan's a gamble, sure, but if he pans out, he's a cost-controlled ace for their rotation. And let's be real, for a team with a $339 million payroll, betting on a high-upside pitcher isn't a risk, it's a rounding error. But here's what everyone's ignoring, the Brewers' quiet tragedy. Milwaukee's front office was stuck in a loop straight out of a Sartre play, we have to go all in. But what if it backfires? They've been here before, 2008 CC Sabathia trade ended in a first-round exit. This time, they held on to their top prospects, prioritizing long-term stability over short-term glory. Meanwhile, the Rays and Yankees. Tampa's homegrown or bust philosophy boxed them out, and New York's unwillingness to move George Lombard Jr. was their Achilles heel. What does this say about MLB's ecosystem? The haves and have-nots aren't just separated by payroll, they're divided by philosophy. Teams like the Brewers and Rays play chess with limited pawns, while the Dodgers monopoly their way across the board. And yet, the Tigers' haul, Ryan, Zaire Hope, and Brady Smith, feels oddly balanced. Detroit didn't just stockpile bodies, they targeted fits. A power arm for their rotation, a slugger for the outfield, and a developmental project. It's not splashy, but it's practical, a rebuild done right. But let's address the elephant in the room, why does every trade like this feel like a referendum on the Dodgers' dominance? Because it is. LA's ability to weaponize their financial might isn't against the rules, it's built into the system. They're playing chess while others are stuck drafting checkers. And while fans rage about unfairness, the Dodgers keep winning. Is this bad for baseball? Maybe. But it's also fascinating. Because Skubal in LA isn't just a trade, it's a statement. In a league where talent pools are supposed to level the playing field, the deepest pockets still win. So what's next? The Tigers get to rebuild with targeted pieces, the Brewers bet on internal growth, and the Dodgers, well, they're the Dodgers. But here's my prediction, by October, this trade will feel like a footnote. Because in a season where the AL has a sub-.500 playoff team, and the NL's top seed is a spreadsheet come to life, Skubal's jersey change might just be the least surprising plot twist of all. What do you think? Is MLB's future written in Dodger blue, or is there still room for the underdogs? Drop your takes below.